Well, hello, part 10 now of the hydraulic mini build. As you can see, I haven't really got anywhere with it. I haven't done anything to it. I really haven't had my mojo, so things are looking up now. I ordered something yesterday for it, and it's actually turned up today, so really pleased with that. I'll just show you what that is in a minute, but first of all, thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm now on 208. I can't believe it. Yeah, hit 200 on Christmas Day. It's sad that I actually sat down on Christmas Day and opened my YouTube channel and saw 200. But thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Right, now to what turned up. As you know, this is one of my pumps that are going in the car. It's got a plastic tank on it. I ordered these with the plastic tank in view that I was going to get the local machining company or fabrication company to make me some aluminium, like what they call whammy tanks, so you got a pump on either end of the tank. That didn't quite work out. He couldn't do it. He didn't think he'd get the aluminium round enough for it to seal. So what I've done, I've ordered some steel tanks. Now, purposely ordered these ones so they're way longer than they need to be, because I'm going to cut them down and then take them along to this fabrication guy and get him to TIG weld them all together. So it's quite fortunate, really. This one here's turned out. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but it's got a bit of a dented top in it. So it doesn't matter, because that's all going to be cut off anyway. So the plan with this, hold on, let me turn the camera around to make it a bit easier. Yeah, so my plan with this, fortunately enough, there's a seam just there. So I'm going to cut down the seam on all 4 tanks that I've got and join them together, drill another hole in there, and get one fill point on each double tank. So then I can bolt the tanks together. This plastic one, I've unbolted it already. So that's what the inside of them looks like. You've got the pickup with the little strain gauze filter on there. There'll also be a magnet inside these tanks as well to pick up any swarf. That's the return line going into the tank. That's actually the pump itself with the drive coming through there. Yeah, so that's the plan. Today I'm going to cut these tanks down. Hopefully I can do it accurate enough that the fabrication guy won't laugh his head off at me. So here we go. Let's get cutting and drilling and making things. What I'm going to do, just to avoid any cock-ups or anything like that, I planned when I gave this to the fabrication guy that between this point here and going across to the next pump on that point there, it's going to be about 12 inches. And I've just had obviously 12 inches being roughly 30 centimetres. I just had a quick measure up here, and 15 is going to interfere with this filter, the pickup filter. So I'm just going to pull this pump apart and kind of nose to nose them together and see if it does have an effect on it. Reason where the filter is, it is kind of off to one side, so I'm kind of hoping the other one will sit just to that side of it. So just got to put them together and find out. Well, fortunately, yes, it's going to work. So I've only sort of eyeballed them to see if they're sort of straight, and I mean, they look fairly straight. Now, it's not critical at this point anyway, but just to sort of measure between the two, I've roughly laid them out at 30 centimetres, 12 inches for real people. So yeah, the pickups are going to miss each other. They sort of sit side by side, which is actually pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. So yeah, that's how they're going to sit, end to end like that, tank in the middle. Right, let's brave it now and cut the tanks down. Also need to cut 2 of these, what do you call them now? Filler points. Got to cut them both out of the old tanks, 2 of the tanks anyway, to drill into and put into the top of both of the others. So right, got one of the tanks on the bench here. Let's see if I can gently cut through and make a neat job of it. Right, didn't film the entire 4 tanks being cut down. You don't want to sit and watch me do 4 of them. So there's all 4 cut down. It's just balanced together. Tidied the edges up a little bit. So the next thing I've got to do is probably just literally with the angle grinder cut a square out the top of the tank here, and then neatly cut this little boss off here with a threaded part in it, so I can then gauge the size of the hole and drill one hole in one of the sides of them, ready for that to be welded in. And like I say, I'm probably going to take it to the fabrication shop and get them to TIG it in there so it actually looks like it should be there and not splashed in there with a bit of MIG that I've done. So just to make it look a bit neater. And then once I get them back, probably going to get all the, well not get, but I'm going to paint the tanks probably the same colour as I'm going to paint the car, which is going to be something like this orange. So yeah, once I've got the tanks done, then I can mount all the pumps, get all them on some sort of bracketry. I've got to make the battery tray for the car. Oh yeah, so another big thing for the car. You know my mate's Euro lowrider Golf that I blew up in a previous video, well, knackered his pump. Well, his pump was very similar to what mine were, and we tried putting his on 48 volts, so sorry Reese for being the guinea pig, but I think you've now made me shit myself and think these ain't going to handle 48 volt. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably now changing the back end of it a little bit. Fortunately really I haven't actually made anything, but I'm probably now only going to put 3 batteries in the back. 2 big ones to run, I don't know, I still might do 4. See, I'm still in debating point with myself about it. I still might put 4 batteries in it and run them in series parallel the same way this truck's wired. Still to run only 24 volt, but it'll have a bit of lasting time on it, so it'll last a bit longer. So that's the plan anyway. Let's just move that out of the way. So yeah, hopefully one tank bolted to that one, one tank bolted to that one. Obviously you get the point now, so you've got a motor hanging out each end of a shared tank in the middle. That's going to be nice. Looking forward to doing that, especially with these cheaper pumps. It's been done with the American pumps before, but I don't know if anyone's done it with these cheap tipper pumps. I'm calling them cheap. I mean, you know, I haven't actually tested anything on them yet. Should work, I hope. Yeah, so, right, that's the next stage then. So I'm going to try and cut out 2 of these pieces. What was that? Oh, that's all right, just the plastic tank falling on the floor. Yeah, so, right, I'll stick it on time lapse again and cut these bosses out. There you go, mega quick, mega simple. All I've got to do now is get around with the angle grinder again, take out a bit more of that so it can be welded in quite neatly, or re-welded in into that. There you go. Right, okay, let's clean them up. I'll be back in a nanosecond and show you what I've done. Just going to go to the fabrication shop now, see if he can stitch all this lot together for us. Right, just going to go down to the fabrication shop now. So that's the end of this video. Look out for part 11, hopefully coming soon. I've got a few days off in a row next week, so hopefully be able to get a bit more time on the Mini. I'm going to, if I can't do anything, I'm going to try and get some of the bodywork started, get some new panels on, see what I can cut out and start doing a bit more of the structural work. Don't know, so anyway, yeah. Next episode. Thanks a lot for watching, peeps. See you soon.